front men, and Philly checks in trouble, and it's Jefferson puts it away.
Living reflections from a dream.
Alright guys, welcome to episode 3 of the Frangerine Dream with me, Franic at the Disco. Look at this shit, we're on top of the league. Only by goal difference and only 1 point ahead of 4th place. And we could easily slip out of the top of the league. But we're at the fucking top of the league! Mental! And interestingly, very interestingly, we're only there because we've got a goal difference 1 better than Doncaster Rovers. Guess who we're playing first this episode? Doncaster Rovers. I'm going to show you 2 matches today because the FA Cup first round is not such a glamorous tie. It's at home against Morecambe. So, not going to show that one this episode. We're playing an extremely big game at Bloomfield Road against Doncaster. And then we take a trip to Cheltenham, who are 10th in the league. So last episode you saw this 4-2 win over Yeovil, this 1-0 win over Carlisle. Since then we've had a pretty mixed bag. We beat Crewe 2-0, goals from Colin Daniel the winger and Armand Nandrier. We then played Portsmouth at home and a Jack Redshaw goal secured victory for us. We then played Crawley away and I'll be honest, we just got completely outclassed. And Kyle Vassell was also injured in that match. And he's going to be out for another 5 to 7 weeks. Pretty bad injury. It's a damaged spine, so it could have been much fucking worse. But yeah, 5 to 7 weeks he is out for. We then welcomed Everton under 23s at home, which was interesting. I mean, bearing in mind we are a League 2 side. We played Everton under 23s, who had Joel Robles, Mason Holgate, Ramiro Funes Mori, Darren Gibson, and sort of decent players like Calvert-Lewin, McAlney and Rodriguez. And we dominated it. We bloody dominated it. And it finished 1-1, but we lost in the penalty shootout. So yeah, it's still a bit confusing to me, the Checkatrade Trophy. So we got a draw against Everton under 23s. So we got a point from that draw. But we also played a penalty shootout, which we lost. Pretty odd. I'm not quite to grips with it yet, but fair enough. We took a point away from that, and we then welcomed Cambridge, and it was billed as a sort of a massive game. Cambridge at the time were doing quite well. I'm not sure if they still are. Cambridge are 9th at the minute, so only 6 points behind us, to be fair. But they were up near the top of the league with us at that time, and we strolled to a 3-1 win. Very nice. The early goal, I think, had a big impact, but that was a very good game. And then we just played away at Accrington and got beaten 2-0 again, because fuck knows. We just got outplayed again. It was the same as the Crawley match. Couldn't really have any complaints about it. Bob Drake had a bit of a shit game, that was worrying. But in terms of squad selection, we are almost back to a full strength side. We have got Danny Philliskirk back, we've got Michael Caine back, we've got Mark Yates on the bench, which is exciting. I brought him on in the Accrington game for the last 20 minutes or so. We're going to very carefully get him back to full fitness because he could be a major player for us once he's back. But yeah, I have nothing else to tell you about, so let's get straight into this first game against the mighty Doncaster Rovers. And a Doncaster Rovers side who are expected to line up with a 3-5-2 with wing backs in Evina and Lund. Luckily, from a mixture of a Football Manager's 2016 save and real life, I know Doncaster pretty bloody well. I know that Mitch Lund is a weak spot. He's not the best right back in the world, and I think we can exploit him down that side. And I'll show you the tactics we're playing today because they're a little bit different. Because they have got this 3 at the back, 2 wing backs, 2 centre mids and an attacking mid and 2 strikers. I've got a special tactic that I use against formations like this. It's a 4-4-1-1, standard flexible. The instructions: play out from the back, look for overlap. Basically the same instructions we've been using. But crucially, the wide players tuck into midfield. So we've got sort of a a narrow midfield four, a central midfield four, which tends to cut off their lines of attack. They can't really get the ball through, and then we have the full-backs overlapping, and it tends to work pretty well, especially at home against 3-5-2s. So let's go watch us get beat after I've bigged this fucking formation up. Enjoy! Right, they are starting with Mitch Lund, as my scouts predicted. I am going to tell them to prove a point to the world, and I'm going to tell them to exploit that left flank, see if we can get some joy out of them, especially with Josh Tyman pushing up. I think he can really exploit that wing. Let's go. It feels very good to have Danny Philliskirk back in the team. We missed him while he was away. Kyle Vassell did a decent enough job, but then he got injured, so we had to bring in Mark Cullen as the central striker, and he wasn't great. He scored a couple of goals, but not really a first team striker for a League 2 side, I'm afraid. Here we come. Aldred to Danny Pugh. I've just realised I've not really been through the teams with you. So Doncaster, they are starting with Everidge in goal, Baudry, Alcock and Satka across the back, Lund and Davina as the wing backs, Coppinger and Rowe in midfield, and Hines behind Ngoy and Andrew Williams. We, on the other hand, have got Bobtrick in goal, Tiendali, Aldred, Will Aimson, making only his second start of the season. He is at the other centre-back spot because Robertson is suspended. Josh Tyman at left-back, of course, because he's fucking fantastic. Across midfield, we've got Jim McAllister, Michael Caine, Jack Payne, Danny Pugh, and Billy Clark is behind Danny Philliskirk. There you go. There's our lineup. Bit late to the game, but half an hour in. Footy Manager's lagging a fair bit. Let me just pause that. Oh shit, they're starting a counter attack. He's shitting me. It's because QuickTime Player wants to update. I didn't even know I had that fucking installed. Right, here we go. They have started a counter attack. We've pushed our right back up too far, and Ngoy is bearing down on goal. He gets past Aimson, but the shot had no power, and Bobdrick gathers it up easily. So it's a pretty even game so far. I think we've had the best of it, but only just. Thing is, Josh Tyman's looking a bit knackered, so I think I should probably take that exploit left flank off. Let's say keep going, you can still win. They did not react to that at all as I was hoping. Passionate, you weren't that bad, but you can improve. Same to you, same to you. Well, fuck you all then. Here we go. This is a must-win game. A must-win game against second in the table Doncaster Rovers. James Coppinger, the man, the myth, the legend. They're not on our team, so don't big him up too much. Right, Josh Tyman has hit the 60% mark, so let's get him out of there. That's sort of a rule I stick to most of the time. Stephen Craney, no. We're going to go for Eddie Nolan as a makeshift left back. He's better at defensive full back, but we still need him to push on past Danny Pugh. Here we go. We are in possession. This might be our first highlight. Billy Clark. The ball's cut out by Mitchell Lund. Me and my big fucking mouth. It's cleared by Etheridge. Here's Dwight Tiendali. Don't be silly. There's black shirts all around you. Don't be silly. That's a good ball. What the fuck are you doing? Billy? Oh, it's a long ball forward. Jack Payne cuts it out. Here we go. Michael Caine. The fuck? Michael Caine. Nolan. Fucking Pugh. Nolan. Pew. Eddie Nolan. What can you do, mate? Wrong way. There's the ball. That's an excellent ball, actually. Here comes Michael Caine. Have a go. He does have a go. What a fucking goal. What a goal, Michael Caine. What do you reckon to that, Michael?
Easy peasy.
Now, I just paused it to kind of shut up shop, and as I did, I saw there was another highlight starting from the kickoff. So this could go badly, but we are in possession. Etheridge just giving it away to McAllister. Philliskirk to Michael Caine. Jack Payne. Danny Philliskirk. Billy Clark. Philliskirk. Michael Caine. Billy Clark. This is alright, nice little triangles. Michael Caine. Keep missing it. Philliskirk's in. Philliskirk's hit the bar. Philliskirk. You came through at Chelsea, the club that gave the world Carlton Cole and Mikhail Fossell. How can you not do better than that? Right, Mark Yates is getting precisely 11 minutes and not a second more. We're going to drop the fullbacks back to automatic. We're going to make the wide midfielders into wingers on support, just so they will get themselves up the wing a bit. Because I'm going to take this overlap off and go to defensive. And structured. And just swap Payne to support. Beautiful, that will do for me. Here we go then, 10 minutes to go. A Doncaster knocking on the door. It certainly looks like it because they've got a bloody highlight. Tommy Rowe to Calder. It's a good cross in. John Marquis. Oh! Straight at Bob Drake. They've had 2 good chances this game. Only 2. But they fucked them both up. Have I just closed match stats? We got it back. Don't worry. We got it back. And there are 7 seconds to go. This could be a very, very, very big 3 points. Alcock's header away. Jack Payne. Fucking Merry Christmas. Blackpool 1, Doncaster 0. Fantastic result. A good solid win. Congratulate the team. Cheers, brother. Yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll passionately say, well done. You'll all get an extra present in your stocking from Uncle Franny come Christmas morning. It's weird, isn't it? That is what Michael was capable of. Magnificent strike. Yeah, guys, just thought I'd give you a quick update. Didn't mention this before. Didn't want to depress everyone with the fucking workload I've had to go through for the save. Turns out League 2 clubs under 23s don't have any fixtures scheduled either. This was a this was a problem on my Sheffield save. So every week, sometimes twice a week, although I've sort of given up on that. That was more of a start of the season thing. We schedule in a friendly for our under 23s. It's nice of us, isn't it? Oh, they've got Christmas off, have they? Have they bollocks? I'll decide if they have Christmas off. Ooh. that would be really fucking harsh, dragging them in on Christmas Day to play a friendly against no one, because everyone else has got Christmas Day off. Oh, this is a turn-up. We've not really seen this formation all season. And then 2 teams come along at once with the same thing. We are playing Cheltenham away, but they are playing with the same formation that Doncaster played with. And I think I'm going to stick with the exact same lineup. I might, in fact, bring Aimson back out, because he's not done great when he's played. Replace him with Robertson, who's a lot more solid at the back. But apart from that, yeah, I think this next match is going to be the exact same lineup. Oh, blisters. Mark Yates is out with blisters for 8 to 11 days. I've been there, mate. Not for 8 to 11 days. I tell you what, actually, you can fuck off. I've played on a 5-a-side pitch for like 3 hours in Converse. That gives you fucking blisters. That gives you blisters that keep you out for like 2 or 3 days. And yeah, maybe you took a couple of days off school because they were that painful. 8 to 11 days through wear and tear, playing in football boots. Not having that, Mark. Not having that. So he joins 2 other key players on the injury list, although Brad Potts should be back within 24 hours. That's good to hear. Cal Vassell still 4 to 6 weeks away. Right, so obviously Mark Yates needs to be replaced on the bench, which is lucky because Brad Potts is just ready to come back after his injury, so he'll take Yates' place on the bench. But the first team lineup stays exactly the same, and the formation stays exactly the same, because Cheltenham are going to have to break through our just solid midfield wall to get anything from this game. It does tend to work really well against teams who play narrow like this. It's because they've only got 1 wide player, so we can afford to have that midfield really, really crammed together, and the wing backs will just get picked off by either Danny Pugh, he can cut back, or Josh Tyman if he's not already bombed up the wing and left himself out of position. And the same with these 2 on this side. But yeah, it's just really good because all their play will be going through the middle with fullbacks bombing on. So we just pack the middle, cut off supply to the fullbacks and the forward players, and just make it a really shitty game for them. Let's see if we can do it to these like we did to Doncaster Rovers. You might say that this isn't exactly swashbuckling football. This is very cynical sort of Jose Mourinho football, and I would agree, but it is only for certain cases. If I'm playing against a narrow diamond, or if I'm playing against a 4-1-3-2 or a 4-3-1-2, or the 5-3-2 like this one and like Doncaster had, those are the only situations where I'll use this, because if you play it against a team that's playing like fullbacks and wingers, it doesn't work at all. Whitehead, is that Dean Whitehead they've got? No, Danny Whitehead. Never mind. Here we go, McAllister coming up the right wing. Where's the bomber? Where's Tiendale? For shame, mate, you meant to be there. But the highlight has carried on. Ah, this could be a problem. Here comes Billy Waters to Dickey. Rob Dickey. That's a 19th century orphan name. Here comes Danny Pugh. Jack Payne. Oh, that's a loose ball. Tiendale gets there though. Here's Jim McAllister. Back to Dwight Tiendale, who is bombing the fuck on. Tiendale crosses, and Danny Philliskirk nips in to make it 1-0. Let's have a look at the stats. Have we dominated? We don't know, because it's gone faint. There we go. There's not really been time to dominate by the looks of it. Wow, that first 13 minutes must have been very, very boring to watch. But we didn't get subjected to that. Tiendale nipped it in, and Danny Philliskirk blasted home on the volley. Excellent goal. How is it going? It's still pretty even as we go into the second highlight of the match, and Cheltenham are on the ball. Right, might turn Aldred, but Aldred gets in there, gets the ball to Tiendale. Interesting choice. Suleiman, I think that's the Arsenal defender on loan at Cheltenham. Not Arsenal, Aston Villa. Jack Payne. Yeah, that's the lad, isn't it? Here they go. That's a brilliant ball over the top. They've caught our defence off guard. And Billy Waters, Muddy Waters, smashes it in to the top left-hand corner. Woof. Write a song about that, he says. Kind of strangely, because Muddy Waters is the one that wrote the song. But he just had the ball knocked over the defence, and he blasted it beyond Bobdrick's reach. Not great, and we will go into half-time level. Level as the day we were born. Interesting. Okay. Tell me something. Oh, you're telling me nothing. We've had one half chance each. This must have been a shocking game. You know what, fuck it. Partly because I'm ashamed that I resorted to negative tactics so early in the save. But we're just going for it. So, here we go. We are still playing counter-structured. We're not going all out on the attack, but we're going back to the 4-2-3-1. We've brought on Brad Potts and Owen Jones for Jim McAllister and Danny Pugh. Jim McAllister and Danny Pugh are much more solid players. They give the team that solidity that we've been looking for, but it doesn't seem to be working in this game. So Owen Jones and Brad Potts are going to come on and just add a bit of dynamism, add a bit of pace, add a bit of attacking intent. Let's go at them. Let's win fucking 5-4. I don't give a shit. Let's just win. Whitehead to Barthram. This might be a chance. He crosses it in and right. Oh, how has he not scored that? Bobdrick came for the ball and missed it. And Wright at the far post for Cheltenham puts it over the bar. I feel like I might have made a mistake going to counter. But it's too late now. Here's Storer on the edge of the box. He puts it in for Dickey. Dickey's shot's blocked. Right, in the past 3.5 minutes, Cheltenham have had 2 clear-cut chances. That is nicht gut. Not good. Storer crosses it in. Philliskirk gets it away. Michael Coyne. Go on, find him. Here's Jack Payne. On the run, brilliantly taken down. And he tears away from their right back. Jack Payne has got players in the area. He's tackled before he can get to the byline by Parslow. And it's out for a throw-in. This is going to be a much better half, I feel like. It's still quite even, although they've had 2 clear-cut chances since the break. We might need to bring Josh Tyman off again, but then again Billy Clark is just ineffective, so we might need to bring him off. Here is a throw-in for us, and it's going to be a counter-attack for them, I think. Here comes Muddy Waters. He's got, look at that right-hand side. Pick him out, go on, I know you want to. Here is Barthram. Bartram lays it back, and Muddy Waters has made it fucking 2-0. 2-1. Summer, I don't know, they're winning. Waters laid it off to Bartram in so much bloody space, and he just laid it back, and Muddy Waters scored his second goal of the day. We've gone back to attacking fluids in the hopes that we can salvage something from this game. And Billy Clark is coming off because I have lost patience with him today. Tell you what, Danny Philliskirk is going to go onto the left as an inside forward. He's done fairly well when he's played there so far this season. And Jack Redshaw is going to take his place up front as an attacking forward so he can get use out of that bloody insane dribbling. I feel like I've sort of shot myself in the foot here. So this is exactly what happened to Roberto Martinez. He just refused to change his tactics. He kept going back to this formation that wasn't defensively solid when he didn't need to, and teams fucking beat you when you do that. Come on, Franny. Muddy Waters takes on Tiandale. He's been bloody brilliant today, Muddy Waters. Payne cuts it out though, his Potts. Go on. Owen Jones. Redshaw, go at him, mate, go at him. Fucking hell. You little dickhead. He's not been great this year, Jack Redshaw, but I really want him to hit form, because if he does, these attributes, if he gets into form with attributes like that, he's going to be mental. So we've thrown away a 1-0 lead to lose 2-1. I don't think anyone's specifically to blame. Alright, fine. I shouldn't have ditched the conservative tactics. That's something to learn from. And it does also mean that we slipped to second on goal difference behind Wickham as well. Not great. But Doncaster lost again. Oh, to Wickham. So, yeah, not great. And that's where I'm going to leave it for today's video, guys. So we've had a win and a defeat. Kind of hurts to have that defeat. I feel like we deserved a point from that game. But as I say, live and learn. And yeah, we are second in the table on goal difference, so not the end of the world. We can still come back and win the league. But yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe and comment if you would, that'd be great. And make sure you go and check out Freddie Adu's brand new save where he's taken over York City. I've only seen the first episode so far, but it looks intriguing as fuck. So go and watch that. That's going to be a brilliant road to glory, I think. Also, by the time I get around to uploading this, there should be a new video available on the channel, which is me, Franny Jeffers, and Freddie Adu. We have started the head coach challenge in the Bundesliga. I've taken over Leverkusen, he has taken over Schalke, and we are leaving all our transfers to our directors of football, so they'll probably sell all our best players within the year and replace them with shit. So you can go and watch the first episode of that now as well. And the last thing, guys, is have a great Christmas. Bye.